Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Gananaham Tva Ganapati Gumhavamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspadanushchanvannudibhissi dasadanam. Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Shruti Smruti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Sadashiva Samarambam Shankara Acharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Parchantam Bande Shri Guru Paramparam. Om Shri Shankaracharya Swami Ne Namaha. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahavirjam Karavavahai Tejasvi Navaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Can we start now?
Yes, Mahodaya. Namaste, Mahodaya. Bhanureka Bhagini.
Yes, ma'am.
You can chant the Shloka once, whatever is there on the screen.
Okay. Sanjaya Uvacha Eva Muktva Hrishikesham Gudakeshav Parantapa Nayotsya iti Govindam Uktva Tushnim Babuvaha.
Very good.
Sri Lakshmi HR Bhagini. Sri Lakshmi.
Namaste, Mahodaya.
Namaste.
Tamuvacha Hrishikeshah Prahasaniva Bharata Senayorubhayor Madhye Vishidantamivun Vachaha.
Senayor Ubayor Madhye. Ubayoho means between the two. Madhye.
Senayor Ubhayor Madhye Vishidantamidau Vachaha.
Correct. Good.
Rajeshwari Shivashankar Bhagini.
Ram Ram sir. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Asochyannava Chosatvam Prajnavatam Cha Bhashase Gatasutam Cha Nanu Chochanti Panditaha.
I think yesterday also we had some challenges in chanting this shloka. I'll again attempt for, we'll again try to do this for a couple of rounds before going to the next shloka. Okay. Ashocyan. Okay. Ashochyan means on whom you don't have to worry about. Shoch is thought. Okay. Shoch is sadness. Thinking about somebody. Thought is always sadness. Ashocyan anvashochastvam. Ashocyan anvashoch. Somebody can come now.
Sheila Shinde Bhagini.
Yes, ma'am.
Ashocyan.
Ashochan.
Ashocyan.
Ashochayan.
Yeah, not cha. Ashocyan.
Ashochayan.
Anvashochaha.
Anvashochaha. Anvashochaha.
Ashocyan anvashochaha.
Ashocyan anvashochaha. Ashochan anvashochaha.
Yeah, now, because you are able to understand Ashocyan and Anvashochaha, you can say yes. Ashochva Nanvashochaha. Yeah.
Ashochan va anvashochaha.
Ashocya Nanvashochaha.
Ashochan anvashochaha.
Yeah, that is correct. That is Ashocyan is one word. Anvashochaha is another word. You combine them together and say Ashocya Nanvashochaha.
Okay. Ashochan nanvashochaha.
Correct.
Ashochan nanvashochaha.
Tvam.
Tvam.
Shochaha Tvam.
Shochaha tvam.
Shochastvam. That becomes
Shochaha tvam.
No, that is Shochastvam.
Shochastvam. Ashochan nanvashochastvam.
Very good. Tell again.
Ashochan nanvashochastvam.
Very good. Prajnavadamscha bhashase.
प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे
अशोच्यानन्वशोचस्त्वं प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे
अशोचानन्वशोचस्त्वं प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे अशोचानन्वशोचस्त्वं प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे
Next, gata soon.
गतासुन
Yeah,
Gat-
soon is breath. Okay, gata
Okay.
soon. Okay, the people who have breathe for the last. Gata soon.
गतासुन
Correct.
गतासुन
Agata soon.
अगतासुन अगतासुन
Opposite of gata soon is agata soon. Gata soon, agata soon.
Okay. Gatasun, Agatasun.
That becomes agata soon and gata soon. When you mix it, when you join them, it becomes gata soon, gata soon.
Gatasun, Gatasun.
Hmm.
Gatasun, Gatasun.
So gata soon, gata soon.
Gatasun, Gatasun. Gatasun, Gatasun.
Na anushochanti.
Na Anusochanti. Na Anusochanti.
Nanushochanti.
Nanusochanti. Nanusochanti.
Panditaha.
Panditaha. Panditaha.
Gatasu nagadasumscha nanushochanti panditaha.
Gatasun gatasuncha nanushocanti panditaha. Gatasun gatasuncha nanushocanti panditaha.
Ashocyananvashocastvam prajnavadamscha bhashase. Gatasu nagadasumscha nanushochanti panditaha.
Ashocananvashocastvam prajnavadansh bhashase. Gatasun gatasuncha nanushocanti panditaha.
Next,
हे ललिता भगिनी
can you chant it slowly like this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
श्री भगवान् उवाच अशोच्यानन्वशोचस्त्वं प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे गतासु न गतासूंश्च नानुशोचन्ति पंडिताः.
Good. One more person will try and then we'll move on.
ललिता रामचंद्रन भगिनी
Yes, ma'am. भगवानुवाच अशोच्याननवशोचस्त्वं प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे गतासु न गतासूंश्च नानुशोचन्ति पंडिताः.
Good. I think we'll you would have now got the right way of chanting this shloka. Okay. I'll just take 2 minutes to make it more simplified. I think yesterday there was a lot of things that we discussed. To just make it simple, in this shloka, what Bhagavan says is that you are grieving for those who are not to be grieved for. One, you are talking as though you are a man of wisdom, and people who have breathed the last and people who are continuing to breathe, on those people, Panditaha, the wise people, are never going to get worried. So that is the first shloka that he starts off with. Few things that I want to tell is that the nature of Atma is peace and bliss and happiness. Okay, it is not sadness. See, whenever you are, say, let us assume that you are living a very peaceful life. Okay, suddenly there was a disturbance into the life. Then what do? You get into sadness mode and you continuously strive to get back to the earlier life where you are peaceful. So if you look at every situation, everything goes smoothly. Certain instances in life creates a disturbance, and then we get into a kind of grief or sadness mode. And then we always try to work because our nature is only happiness. We again want to get back to that level of happiness and peace and calm living. We say, no, whenever we are disturbed, we again want to get back to that peaceful thing, right? So the nature that we all want to get back to is peace. So assume at this point in time, the nature of Atma is peace, Shanti. Okay, that is one thing that we need to understand. One. Second thing is, all thoughts will lead to sadness. Okay, some thoughts may also give happiness, but it is all short-lived. But if you look at that way, your sadness and grief is generally there only when you are fully awake, or sometimes your dream state. When you are going to be absolutely sleeping, you are out of your mind, you are out of your body, you are out of your thought, you have got a very peaceful sleep. So thoughts primarily are the culprits which cause all these kinds of grief coming to us. Two. Third one, any kind of grief that you have can be overcome. Which kind of grief you may have? You may have a loss of property. Maybe that could have been temporary problem. You may work on that and you'll be able to regain everything. You'll say, yeah, I had a lot of problem, but now I think God has been very kind on me and I am now okay. You may have a health problem that would have put you into some kind of sadness. You will work on that, you will become okay. So when you look at it from the perspective of those kinds of disturbances, you always have got time and effort and resources and people to help you to get back to the normal course of action. So anything in this world, so your health also, it is possible to work. Somebody will help you with money, you'll be able to go to a good doctor, you'll again get back. You may have somebody may have a loss of job for some time, then somebody else will help him out, and he'll get back. So if you look at that way, any kind of challenges people have, which creates a kind of sorrow, they can always get back to the place, get back to situation of coming to peace. The only thing that puts people very, very great at loss is death. The death of some people close to us, or sometimes fearing our own death, is the primary cause of a very, very big grief. And that is what now Lord is trying to address, that even for that, you don't have to worry about, because we need to understand the nature of you, that is the Atma. So that is what he is now trying to make an emphasis. So another thing is that Atma is something which cannot be defined. When I say a glass, I can define a glass. It is made of so and so, it has got so and so shape, it has got so and so strength, it is so and so feeling, etc. So anything that we understand, anything that we know, is all in the world of objects. Objects have got shape, it has got form, it has got color, it has got the various ways by which you'll be able to sense an object. So anything that you know is all by the world of objects. But Atma is not a world of object, and it is not possible to know Atma by anything in the world of objects. And any description that you do is only on the world of objects. When I write a story, I have to only give it in such a way that you can relate it to something that you've seen. The train was going there, the train was beautiful, it was very well decorated. Then you can imagine, because you've seen a train. When you're not seen a train, then you may have to have your own imaginations. But this is not possible to be explained. Bhagavan cannot be explained. Bhagavan can be explained, but Bhagavan cannot be fully explained. Atma cannot be explained because there is no equivalent for that with which you will be able to relate to, which you have seen. So the entire Bhagavad Gita and many of the other Prakarana Granthas which talk about Atma and Upanishads, etc., will always tell you what is Anatma. So you have to now understand, this is not Anatma, that is not Anatma, this is not Atma, this is Anatma. So you try to understand that everything is Anatma. So they'll tell you what all is Anatma. So you will understand that this is not Atma, this is not Atma, this is not Atma, then what is Atma? So then you get into a kind of an inquiry within yourself to realize that it is not possible to explain. So that is what now God is going to take up in the coming exercise. The last one I just want to conclude before going to the next shloka is that we always have a doubt about God. We sometimes will question, we all pray God, we all go to temples, we do all the Ramanavami, Krishna Janmashtami, Gokula, Ganesh Chaturthi, everything we do. But we always have, whenever we are confronted with a very big problem, we always sometimes have a thought whether there is a God who is going to come and help me. So that kind of thought is always there. Similarly, there is also a doubt whether there is something called Atma. Everybody is talking about Atma, whether there is something called Atma. Because we don't know. We do not know about God. Nobody has brought somebody and placed that and told he is a God. So we don't know what is God. We do not know what is Atma also. So in such a situation, how do we go about in terms of knowing our Atma? So what our Vedanta says is very, very clearly, Shankaracharya has told in one of his Bhashyams, especially in Tattva Bodha, we have to have Shraddha. Shraddha means faith. Faith in what? Faith in Guru Veda Vakyadishu Vishwasa. Only when you have faith in what is taught taught by gurus like Adi Shankaracharya or Madhvacharya or various Vedas or even Bhagavad Gita, you need to have a kind of a faith that whatever is being told in this is true, and I may have to understand it because it has been told by Shankaracharya, because it has been told in our text. I need to believe that it is true, and then I have to try to find it myself. Only one simple worldly example I can think of giving is that supposing I have never traveled to Hyderabad. I have traveled to Hyderabad and I want to go to some place in Hyderabad. Say I want to go to Malkajgiri or some place. I went today. We have got the Google World, so you can always go to Google Map and travel. Unfortunately, my phone network is gone. My phone's what is that? The charge is also on there. Then what I do is I go to the bus stand and I say I want to go to Malkajgiri, and I ask somebody because I don't know Telugu. Then that person says, "Sir, you take this bus, you will go to Malkajgiri." So I believe that person and take that bus. Then I go to Malkajgiri. On going to Malkajgiri, again I do not know how to go to the street where I have to go to. Then I ask somebody, "Sir, I want to go to so and so place, so and so street." Then he says, "Sir, you go like this. Then after 2 turns, you take a left. Then you take a right. Then you go like that, and you go there." Because I don't know, I have full faith in this particular person who knows this and who have experienced this, and he tells me, "You take this path, you will be able to reach your place." Then I say, because I don't know, he is the only resource available for me in that particular new place. So I just follow whatever he has told, and I am able to reach my destination. Similarly, Adi Shankaracharya's teachings or Bhagavad Gita or Vedas are all only giving directions. We need to have Vishwasa in accepting whatever is being told, and we have to make an attempt in terms of going in whatever is being told to explore it, because it is not possible to be explained or told in details. And these are the initial points that I wanted to make, because I thought yesterday the discussions were slightly on a higher side, and then some kind of discontinuity was there. So I thought it is better that I put everything straight, and we are able to now follow up based on these particular fundamentals that I have talked. We'll go forward. Is that all okay now?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sir. Very well explained.
Okay. So we have to just believe Guru Veda Vakyadishu Viswasaka Shraddha, and we have to believe it, and then it is a journey that we have to undertake. It is not that somebody will be able to lead us there, because it is to be done by us individually, and all of we have ventured to go on it. So we go on this adventure of realizing ourselves. Okay. Now next Shloka, please.
Rajalakshmi Bhagini.
Namaste, Mahodaya.
Namaste. Natvevaham
Natvevaham
jatu nasam
jatunasam
Natvevaham jatu nasam
Natvevaham jatunasam Natvevaham jatunasam
Natvam neme
Natvanneme
janadipaha
janadipaha
Natvevaham jatu nasam Natvam neme janadipaha
Natvevaham jatunasam Natvanneme janadipaha Natvevaham jatunasam Natvanneme janadipaha.
Very good. Next.
Shivraya Bhat Bhagini. Shivraya Bhat Bhagini.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Na chaiva न भविष्यामः
न चैव न भविष्यामः न चैव न भविष्यामः
सर्वे वयमतः परम्
सर्वे वयमतः परम् सर्वे वयमतः परम्
न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम्
न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम् न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम्
Good. Next, please.
Anupama Bhat Bhagini.
महोदय
Namaste. न त्वेवाहं जातु नासं न त्वन्नेमे जनाधिपाः
न त्वेवाहं जातु नासं न त्वन्ने मे जनाधिपाः न त्वेवाहं जातु नासं न त्वन्ने मे जनाधिपाः
Good. Next.
Mrinalini Gopalan Bhagini.
Beginning.
न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम्
न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम् न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम्.
Good. Next.
Kashmira Bhagini.
Yes.
न त्वेवाहं जातु नासं न त्वन्नेमे जनाधिपाः न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम्
न त्वेवाहं जातु नासं न त्वन्नेमे जनाधिपाः न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम्
Once
न
again.
त्वेवाहं जातु नासं न त्वन्नेमे जनाधिपाः न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम्.
Good. Next.
Vijayalakshmi R Bhagini.
Okay, chant this once yourself slowly.
Namaste Mahodaya.
Okay.
न त्वेवाहं जातु नासं न त्वन्नेमे जनाधिपाः न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम्.
Good. Next.
Veena Fani Shri Bhagini. Veena Fani Shri Bhagini. Okay. Shrimati Bhagini.
Yes, Mahodaya. न त्वेहां जातु नासन्न त्वन्नेमे जनाधिपाः न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम्.
There are some mistakes in the first line. I think you just follow when it is chanted by other people. And okay, there were some mistakes. It is not.
Sorry, Mahodaya, just I joined just now because of network issue.
Okay,
Just now I
fine.
joined.
If that is the case, I'll repeat it once again for you. Okay.
Okay.
Natvevahan jatu nasam.
न त्वेवाहं जादुनासं न
Once again.
त्वेवा sorry न त्वेवाहं जातुनासं
Natvanne
न त्वन्
janadipaha.
न त्वन्नेमे जनाधिपाः न Natvanne janadipaha. Can I repeat Mahodaya? Full slow.
That line slowly once.
Okay. Natve vahanjadunasam natvanne me janadipaha na chaiva na bhavishyamaha sarve vayamatah param. Dhanyawad.
Good. Thank you. Next, please. One more person can take this.
Bhanureka Bhagini.
Yes. Natve jatu nasam natvanne me janadipaha na chaiva na bhavishyamaha sarve vayamatah param.
Very good. Yeah, I think you all chanted well. Now, again, if you look at this shloka, you can see na many times, which means that negation. I told that he is going to negate that this is not that is not this. No. So for identifying Atma, it is the process is that na. It is always negation of what we know. So negating what we know is now leading us to think as to what else could be by which one will be able to understand the Atma. So here what he says is Aham Jatu Nasam. Aham means he is telling about himself. Aham, I am as Lord Krishna. Jatu Nasam. Jatu means sometime in the past, Na Asam, that I was not there. Sometime in the past, I was not there. Na Eva was never there. You see this? Sometime in the past, I was not there, was never there. It was not there indeed, which means that he has been existing forever in the past. Aham Jatu Na Asam Na Eva. That is the first thing that he is talking about, which means that there has never been a situation that I was not there in the past. Okay, he says that. Now he also says Natvam. Even you, there was not a situation when you were not there in the past. Okay, second he tells that. Third, Na ime janadipaha. Even these kings who have assembled for the war, there was never a situation in the past that they were not existent in the past. Past means right from time immemorial. So he says that there has never been a situation when I was not there, when you were not there, when all these kings who are lined up, Jana Adipaha, the kings who are all assembled here were not there. Okay. So he says in the past, all of us were existing right from time immemorial. Similar, Nacha Eva, similar, Cha Eva. Now, Nacha Eva, Na Bhavishyamaha, in the same way, Na Bhavishyamaha, we will not be existing, Na Bhavishyamaha, Na. That we will not be existing in the future is also not there. Right? We will not be existing in the future is not there. Na Bhavishyamaha. Sarve, all of us, Vayam, all of us, Sarve Vayam, all of us, Ataf Param, henceforth. So what he says is that there has not been a situation that I was not there, you were not there, or all these kings who assembled here were not there in the past. And there's also not going to be a time in the future when all of us will not be there. This is the statement Lord Krishna has made here. So now when Krishna says there has not been a situation when I was not there in the past, when Krishna says, we can say you are an avatara Purusha, so you are a God, so God is always there. So we can all say that you are a God, yeah, so you are always there. Only thing you took the form of Lord Krishna and came at Mathura to the, and then you were having incarnation as Lord Krishna. So we can say that because he is Lord Krishna, he was always there, but he just took form. But then he says that not only me, Arjuna, you are also not there, not Tvam. So he says, okay, then somebody will say Arjuna. Arjuna is also again a kind of Mahapurusha. He's also a very matured person. So perhaps he was also there in the past because he has also come to take avatara to teach all of us along with Lord Krishna. So that is the way somebody may assume. And he says, all these kings also. Then what is Lord Krishna is doing is that he says that everybody, not only me or you or even these people, everybody in this world were living in the past. Similarly, all these people will also live in the future. Sarve Vayamatav Param Bhavishya. Bhavishyama means in future. Na bhavishyama is nachayeva. Na bhavishyama, not going to exist, is not there. So they have to exist. So what are the things that this particular shloka throws out is that we all know that, say, I am now, say, 60 years old. 65 years old, this body was not there for me. I don't know what I was there, where I was. I do not know anything about it. Another 40 years or 30 years from now also, I will not know where I am going. So I know that if I look back, I know only from the age of 3, I remember certain things. Before that, what it was, I do not know. And I also know that the day I die, I will not know what is going to happen. But here he says that you were there, which means that we all think that this body is ours. The day this body was there, we started living. The body is dead, then we're all gone. So what we have to understand is that we all feel that this body is the beginning and the body is the end of us. By this particular shloka, when he says that body may be there and body may get destroyed, we have to understand that. The body, because we are all body conscious, we feel that I was not there in 1948 and I may not be there in 2050. That is the way we think. But he says you are going to be there. You were there and you are going to be there. That means that the body is not going to be there. The body was not there and body is going to be there is the way we have understood whether our existence. But he says, no, your existence has been there always in the past and always in the future. So your body consciousness or your thinking about body is you is not correct. That is one of the subtle meanings that you are getting out of this shloka. Because we have been there in the past, we are going to be there in the future also. And we are constrained by thinking that this body falls, we are not there, which is not correct. This body is born, then we are also born, is also not there. So we have been continuing forever. And what is that we have been continuing forever? That is the Atma. So the Atma has been there forever. That is one of the meanings that we need to take out of this shloka. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So we'll go to the next one, next shloka.
Sri Lakshmi HR Bagini.
नमस्ते महोदय.
Dehinah.
देहिनः देहिनः
Asmin.
अस्मिन् अस्मिन्
Dehinosmin.
देहिनोऽस्मिन् देहिनोऽस्मिन्
Yata.
यथा यथा
Dehinosmin yatha dehe.
देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे देहिन्योऽस्मिन् यथा देहे
Kaumaram.
कौमारं कौमारं
It's kaumaram, not cow.
कौमारं कौमारं
Yauvanam.
यौवनं यौवनं
I hear it as yo. It is yau. Yauvanam.
यौवनं यौवनं
Jara.
जरा जरा
Dehinosmin yata dehe. Kaumarai yauvananjara.
देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा.
Kaumarai yauvanam jara. Ram can be replaced by rai. No, ra is there. Ya in half matra is there. So that you can practice it, you'll get Kaumarai yauvananjara.
कौमारं यौवनं जरा कौमारं यौवनं जरा.
Good. Next.
K Lalita Bagini.
Yes, sir.
Tata.
Tatha Tatha
Dehantara.
Dehantara Dehantara
Praptihi.
Praptihi Praptihi
Tata dehantara praptihi.
Tadha Dehantara Praptihi Tadha Dehantara Praptihi.
Dhiraha.
Dhiraha. Dhiraha.
Tatra.
Statra. Statra.
Tatra is only the word there. Dhiraha is one word. When they join, is comes there. So actually, when you look at that way, there's no meaning for is. There's meaning only for tatra and dhiraha tatra. Is just combining those two words, is comes in. That's it. So when you chant it alone, you should chant it as tatra. But when you chant it together, you should chant it dhiras tatra. Dhira tatra, dhiras tatra. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Dhiraha tatra becomes dhiras tatra.
Dhiraha tatra. Dhiras tatra. Dhiras tatra. Okay, sir.
Muhyati.
Na muhyati. Na muhyati.
Tata dehantara praptihi. Dhiras tatra na muhyati.
Tatha dehantara praptihi. Dhiras tatra na muhyati. Tadha dehantara praptihi. Dhiras tatra na muhyati.
Tatha. Okay, second ta. Tatha dehantara.
Tatha dehantara praptihi. Dhiras tatra na muhyati.
Very good. Next.
Sheena Shinde Bhagini.
Yes, ma'am.
Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumarai yauvananjara.
Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumarai yauvanam jara. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumarai yauvanam jara.
Good. Next.
Shivraya Bhat Mahodaya.
Tata dehantara praptihi dhirastatra na muhyati.
तथा देहांतर प्राप्तिः धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यते तथा देहांतर प्राप्तिः धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यते.
R Vijayalakshmi Bhagini.
Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumarai yauvananjara. Tata dehantara praptihi dhirastatra na muhyati.
Dehinosmin yada dehe kaumarai yauvananjara tata dehantara praptihi dhirastatra na muhyati.
Good. Next.
Mrinalini Gopalan Bhagini.
Yeah. The two lines together once.
Yes, sir. देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारै यौवनञ्जरा तथा देहान्तरप्राप्तिः धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति.
One more person, please.
Anupama Bhat Bhagini.
Mahodaya.
Namaskar.
Dehinosmin natha dehe kaumarai yauvananjara tata dehantara praptihi dhirastatra na muhyati.
Good. I think you all chanted very well. So let us go to the meaning of this particular shloka. So we have deha. Deha is our body. Dehinaha is indweller of the body. Okay. Dehinaha, deha. Dehinaha is indweller and deha is the body. Okay. So indweller is the jivatma. Now we talked about atma. So dehinaha asmin dehe. In this body, for the indweller, that is atma, asmin dehe, for dehinaha, what happens? He has kaumaram, yauvanam, jara. That is, he is a young youth, kaumaram, then yauvanam, adulthood, and also he has got old age. So now when you look at that way, for the indweller in this body, he has got kaumaram, yauvanam, jara. Youth is there, adulthood is there, and also old age is also there. Now, when you look at that way, you just look back the number of years you lived, you will find that when you were a school boy or a school girl, the same you is continuing as a college girl or college boy, then as a employed person, then as a married person, and you may be also slightly old now, old person. You feel that you were there always, but the body has only undergone the change. Don't you feel that there was a you in you which has been continuously going through this right from the time of say 3 years when you came to know about yourself? It is there. You know that it is there, and you know that it is knowing everything, and you know that it is also the same you that was there when you were 3 years old, the same you that was in the youth, or the same you that is there when you got married, the same you when you got employed, the same you that is still continuing. So you just think about it. You'll find that there has been you within you, which is continuously there, though the body has undergone changes of youth. Kaumaram is youth, Yavvanam is adulthood, and Jara is old age. So there is something that is always there. One. Second thing, when you are a child, and then when you become a say youth, a child is there, and then the child becomes youth after say some time in life. Say the child was there as a child for 5 years, then around 10 years time, it is the childhood is not there, it has become a youth. What happened to childhood? The childhood is dead, and then the youth has taken shape. Then youth is getting dead after some point in time, and adulthood has taken place. Adulthood after some point in time is dead, and then you become a old person. So old person becomes dead and something, it goes on and on. So what happens is that whenever a stage comes in life, the previous stage is gone. Previous stage is dead, right? So if you look at that in our own life, say if I am now 60 plus, I know my youth is dead, my adulthood is dead, all those things are dead. So this asmin dehe dekinaha kaumaram yavvanam jara, these are the transformations that Jivatma is able to see in this particular body of youth, adulthood, and old age. Okay. Tata. Yata means first stanza they say yata. Like the Dehinaha has experienced Kaumaram, Yavvanam, Jara in this body, in the same way, Tata, Dehantara Praptihi. There is one stage will come, like the way I said that youth is dead, adulthood is dead, like that, this body will be dead. But the body will be dead, and this I, the Atma, will have another Deha, that is Dehantara Praptihi, will take place. So this is known to wise people, Dhiraha. Dhiraha means wise people, they know that the same way that young youth and childhood and all these things are all going to be taking place, similar way, a Dehantara Prapti also will take place where this body will not be there and there will be some other body for the indweller me or the Atma. So Dhiraha, the wise people, Tatra, hence, Na Mukhyati, so they never get confused, they never get worried, they never get into grief. So this is a very, very strong statement. Asmin dehe dehinaha kaumaram yavvanam jara yata tata dehantara praptihi dhiraha tatrana mukhyati. So they don't get worried. So that means that Atma continues. Atma is same when you are born. Atma is same when you are young. Atma is same when you become old. Atma is also same when this body is shed and another body is taken. So that is the meaning of this shloka. So as I told you in the beginning, it is very difficult to explain these things. You may have to just understand what God is trying to tell, and we may have to start doing a lot of inquiry ourselves. Because you cannot say that somebody has gone to Surga means you cannot bring that person from Surga and say, see, this fellow after death, he was cremated on so and so date, he went to Surga and then he can be brought back. No, it cannot be done. So these are the things that we may have to understand from the text and then start thinking about it to see and inquiring about it to see what is being taught and how do I think about it. So now he is very clearly distinguishing between the Atma and Deha in this particular shloka and says that Deha falls, the Atma continues. So that is the meaning of this. One more small example that can be given is that you would have already known this example in many of the satsangs and other things that you would have attended. There's something called Akasha and Gadakasha. Mahakasha and Gadakasha. Mahakasha means the entire Akasha. Na? Maha Akasha is the space. You see everywhere it is space. Okay. Then you got a small pot. Okay. And you see the pot. And inside the pot, what you have? You got space. Okay. Now you got different shapes of pot. A pot is a very big pot, 1 liter pot, 2 liter pot, 5 liter pot, half liter pot. You have multiple pots. Okay. But in the multiple pot, there is a space inside that. Right? Okay. So the space is the space belonging to the pot, or it's the space belonging to space. Space belongs to space. The pot thinks that it is holding the space. No, the pot is just in space. Pot is not holding space, but pot is in space. Now, inside this particular space, pot, you have got a space. When the pot is broken, what happens to space? Space continues to be in space. So Atma has to be thought about as a all-pervading Brahman, and that is also inside this particular body, or your body, our bodies. So the same Atma, it is there in me, the same Atma that is there in you, the same Atma is there in everything. We will start talking about it in subsequent shlokas also. So the same thing is there in everything. So when the body falls, body, you can think it of it as a pot. The pot breaks, will the Atma suffer? Atma is like a space. Atma is space. It is just constricted inside the pot. So we are all pot conscious now. So we have to understand that we are not pot. We are going to be the Atma, the space. So that is one thought process is about that. Again, pot will use it for some other example also in the future. So is that clear now? So asmin dehe dehinaha yata kaumaram yapanam jara tata dehandra praptihi tatra dhiraha na mukhyati. So they don't get worried. Is that clear?
Mahodaya,
Explain, sir.
excuse me. ಅದು
Sorry? I didn't hear.
ಒಂದು ಸರ್ತಿ ಅದು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದ? ಇದು ಈಗ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಪಾಟ್ ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿನಾ?
ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ.
Okay, let me try. Is there anybody better than me in Kannada? Is somebody who's very good in Kannada in the group apart from me?
We don't understand Kannada, sir.
Okay, okay. See, what I'm telling is, ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಮಟ್ಕ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ? ಮಟ್ಕ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ? ಹಲೋ, ಅನುಪಮ ಭಟ್ಟ ಅವರಾ? ಹೌದು, ಓಕೆ. ಮಟ್ಕ ಇದೆ, ಮಟ್ಕ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಪಾತ್ರ ಇದೆ. ಪಾತ್ರ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಿದೆ? ಆಕಾಶ ಇದೆ. ಆಕಾಶ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ? ನಮ್ಮ ರೂಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕಾಶ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿನ ಆಕಾಶ ಇದೆ. ರೂಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವು 4 ಬಾಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿದೆ? ಆಕಾಶನ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಆಕಾಶ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಆಕಾಶ ಇದೋ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಆಕಾಶ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಎರಡು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆನಾ?
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದರದ್ದೇ ಇದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದಲ್ವಾ?
ಹೌದು, ಅದೇ ಆಕಾಶ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇದೆ. ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಪಾತ್ರನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಪಾತ್ರ ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಆಕಾಶ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದ್ ಪಾತ್ರ ತೆಗೆದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಪಾತ್ರ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಕಾಶ ಹಂಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ತರ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ఒకటే. Brahma is only one. The same Brahma is inside you, and the body is like a pot which is enclosing the Brahman or Atma. So when the body falls, Atma is there. Okay, so that is what is the meaning of it. And now you are Anupama Bhatt, I am Balasubramanian, and we have got Kanchana Behan, we have got Hariharan, we have got a lot of other people. All of us are individually different. Okay, so different parts are there, right? अलग अलग पार्ट है. सो हम सब अलग अलग पार्ट है. अलग अलग पार्ट के एक ही आत्मा है, ब्रह्मन है. देखने में अलग अलग लगता है बस. के अंदर एक ही है, वही है इसका भी. Okay, so what not this shloka's meaning, I just told about Atma's nature. And what I'm telling you in this shloka, what it tells is that Dehinaha will undergo changes like childhood,
older, and all
these things happen. But when you become old, that your adulthood is already dead in you. Body is already lost. One death has taken place in the body. And inside the body also there are lots of deaths taken place. Lots of cells die every second. Okay, it keeps happening. Lots of things gets produced also. So similarly, the Dehantara Prapti also takes place. That means the Atma remains the same. Atma is like a Mahakasha and Gadakasha are same. Gadakasha means Akasha inside Gada is Gadakasha. Mahakasha is space. Mahakasha and Gadakasha are same. That is what you have to understand. So, as I told you, it is very difficult to explain everything in the shlokas. So So our Vedas, etc., will only tell you these kinds of examples, these kinds of thought processes, and it is our journey that we have to undergo internally to understand then what it is. And that journey only we all try to do with the help of the Shastras. And as I told you, Guru Veda Vakyadishu Vishwasaha Shraddha. So we need to have belief and then try to inquire. Okay?
Sir, or a doubt?
In the end of the class,
sir.
you can clarify, Bhagini.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Shall I
We'll go
call
now.
the next devotee, Mahadev?
Next sloka.
Rajeshwari Shivashankar, Bhagini.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Matra
Matra, Matra,
Sparshastu
Sparshastu, Sparshastu,
Matra Sparshastu
Matra, Sparshastu, Matra, Sparshastu,
Kaunteya
Kaunteya, Kaunteya,
Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya
Matra, Sparshastu, Kaunteya, Matra, Sparshastu, Kaunteya,
Shita
Sita, Sita,
Ushna
Ushna, Ushna,
Shitoshna
Sitoshna, Sitoshna,
Shitoshna
Shitoshna, Shitoshna,
Sukha
Sukha, Sukha,
Dukkadaha
Dukkadaha, Dukkadaha,
Shitoshna Sukha Dukkadaha
Shitoshna, Sukha, Dukkadaha, Shitoshna, Sukha, Dukkadaha,
Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya Shitoshna Sukha Dukkadaha
Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya, Shitoshna, Sukha, Dukkadaha, Matra Sparshantu Kaunteya, Shitoshna, Sukha, Dukkadaha.
Very good.
Kashmira, Bhagini.
Yes, sir.
Agama
Agama, Agama,
Agama Payinaha
Agamapainaha, Agamapainaha,
Nityaha
Nityaha,
Nityaha. You can see that yes there.
yes, sir.
That yes stands for Anitya because Nitya means permanent, Anitya means impermanent. So here you have to be very clear when you're reading it also. When chanted, it will become Agama Payino Nityaha, but actually it is Anitya. Anitya means impermanent, temporary. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Anityaha, Anityaha,
Agama Payino Nityaha.
Agamapaino Nityaha, Agamapaino Nityaha,
Tam Stitikshasvabha. Tam, you say Tam
Tam, Tam,
Titikshasva.
Titikshasva, Titikshasva,
Tam Titikshasva.
Tam Titikshakshva, Tam Titikshakshva,
Bharata.
Bharata, Bharata,
Tam Titikshasva Bharata.
Tam Titikshakshva, Bharata, Tam Titikshakshva, Bharata,
Tam Titikshasva.
Tam Titikshakshva,
Yeah, Bharata.
Bharata.
Okay. Agama Payino Nityaha. Tam Titikshasva Bharata.
Agamapaino Nityaha, Tam Titikshakshva, Bharata, Agamapaino Nityaha, Tam Titikshasva, Bharata.
Good. Next.
Sheila Shinde Bagini.
Yes, ma'am.
Matra sparshastu kaunteya शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखदाः
Matra sparshastu kaunteya शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखदाः मात्रा स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखदाः.
Very good. Next.
Rajalakshmi Bagini.
आगमापायिनो नित्याः तांस्तितिक्षस्व भारत
आगमपायिनो नित्याः तांस्तितिक्षस्व भारत आगमापायिनो नित्याः तांस्तितिक्षस्व भारत.
Very good, but nityaha is not there. Nityaha.
Yes, yes. Agamapayino nityaha tamsitikshasva bharata.
Next.
Rajalakshmi Bagini. Sorry. Lalita Ramachandran Bagini.
Matra sparshastu kaunteya शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखदाः आगमापायिनो नित्याः तांस्तितिक्षस्व भारत.
मात्रा स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखदाः आगमापायिनो नित्याः तांस्तितिक्षस्व भारत. मात्रा स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय
मात्रा स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय
मात्रा स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखदाः आगमापायिनो नित्याः तांस्तितिक्षस्व भारत.
I think I'll do one thing. We'll continue with this further chanting by other people tomorrow. And I'll just give the meaning of this shloka so that at least the meaning is understood. And tomorrow when we chant, we'll know it better. Matra sparshastu kaunteya. Now, when you look at our body, the sensory organs of the body, they interact with the external world, right? Our body, skin, eyes we see, with the skin we touch and feel the world. So with the sensory perceptions in the body, the 5 senses in the body are responsible for our interaction with the world. And that is going into the body, so the mind is able to get them, then mind is able to make us understand that particular thing is happening in the outside world. So in the case of sensory objects interaction with the world, what is that you are able to see? One thing is the Shitoshna. Supposing you go out in the hot sun, you feel very, very uncomfortable, right? Shitoshna. And then one of the winter day when the sun is there, you are very, very happy. The same heat that you felt in Sitaha, Ushnaha that you felt in summer, when you have the same heat coming up in the winter, you like it. Same thing in the summer, you get a cool breeze, you are very happy, Shitaha, but in the winter, the same chillness you cannot accept. So, Shitoshnam, because of the body's sensory perceptions with the external world, we are also experiencing the changes in the external world, which may be a weather change. It may be hot, it may be cold. Similarly, there can be some instances that you encounter which can provide you happiness, which can also provide you with dukkha, shitoshna, sukha, dukkha. Certain things will be giving you happiness, certain things will be giving sadness. So all these things are agama payinah. These things are all the things which come and go, Okay. Anityaha, these are impermanent. So you have to cultivate the habit of accepting it or bearing with it. Titiksha means bear with it. Don't complain. Don't keep complaining. Oh, it's so hot here. So it's very cold here. No, don't keep complaining. Oh, it's full of traffic here. Horrible here. This traffic signal is always there. So you can always have so many reasons to complain about the world. But what he says is that when you are going to be interacting in the world, There are a lot of instances where your body will have some kind of a challenge. Maybe the temperatures will be different, maybe atmosphere will not be conducive to your body, or there can be instances where you will be irritated, that you will be having sukha, where you will be having dukkha. These things are continue to happen. You go out, you may have a good encounter. Here you can drive happily and see everything and go. You just go out, signal after signal, there's a traffic jam, you get irritated. So it's all beyond your control. So it is a way of life, the way of the world, because you're interacting with the world. So you have to have the attitude of titiksha. You have to have the attitude of forbearance, tolerance, because agama pajinaha, these things will come and go, anityaha, these are impermanent. See, cultivate the habit of accepting it as they are, because you cannot change it. Because matra sparshasta kaunteya, because of the sensory objects interacting with the world of objects, these things are bound to be there. You'll have temperature, you'll be having environmental challenges, all those things this body has to face, and you have to face in your mind. Cultivate the habit of acceptance, because these are not permanent in life. So this is the shloka. So we'll stop at this particular shloka. Maybe we'll continue the same shloka tomorrow. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Yatakshara Pada Prashtam Matra Hiyam Tigat Pavete Tatsarvam Shamyatam Deva Narayana Namosute. Visarga Bindu Matrani Padapada Ksharani Cha Yunani Chatirikhtani Kshamasva Purushottama Anyata Sharanam Nasti Tvameva Sharanam Mama Tasmad Karunya Bhavena Raksha Raksha Janardana Raksha Raksha Janardana Raksha Raksha Janardana. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Sir, muhyati andre artha sir. Muhyati anta. Muhyati.
Don't get worried.
Previous.
Don't get worried. Don't get confused. Don't get worried. In Tamil, it is called kalangarathu. You get disturbance. Don't get disturbed.